Welcome everyone. My name is Brian Coyne. I'm going to be doing a demonstration today on bull searches for select sires and accelerated genetics websites. So if you just pay attention to the screen and follow along, I will guide you through it. So getting started here right off the bat, when you come to the select sires website, here, let's do this. We're just going to start actually back at the select sires website. So as we're getting started, if we want to get into the bull search, the first thing to do is go to selectsires.com, and then you can see here on the left side is where we'd get into our bull search. Now, if you wanted to look up an individual bull, you could look him up right here several ways. You can type in just his number, you can type in a complete stud code and hit enter, and it'll actually load his bull page, or you can type in the bull's short name. Any of those three options work for finding a bull. Now, if you're looking to use some criteria to sort down and find what bulls you want to be using in your mating program or comparing different bulls, that's where you want to go ahead and click on New Dairy Sire Search. And as we get loaded up here, I do want to say as we're getting started that the only internet browser we currently support is Google Chrome. So if you're trying to use this on a different browser, you should close those browsers out and go back in and open up Google Chrome browser. Will get you the best results when you're looking for bulls on here. So the first thing, obviously, that we come to in the upper left-hand section, kind of the first place you're going to start doing your sorting is here in the breed, brands, product status, and type section. So obviously within here you can select your different breeds. You can select from the different studs you want to pull your bulls from, and then a couple different options here as far as using young sires or genomic bulls or daughter proven sires again, and then we have limited availability options and then our sexed options here. So again, sexed and sexed 4M are going to limit the number of bulls. So you can see we went from 377 down to 157 bulls here that have sexed semen available, and that's going to bring up bulls that are coded as 507H and 7H as well, as long as they have sexed semen available. The next kind of area we're going to look into is our special designations. Now again, each of our brands have different designations. So if you're looking for accelerated bulls that are robot specialists or robot bonus bulls, that's going to be a little bit different than if you're looking under robot pro bulls on the select sires side. So just remember that different names and different brands for the different products that we have. Additionally, the next kind of selection criteria is high interest group. Again, polled, red, or beta casein for your A2 specialist bulls that you're looking for. So again, clicking on these boxes is just going to sort down this main list down here into bulls that are, again, only meet those criteria. The next area that we kind of want to look at is filtering the bulls. And this tool basically would allow you to type in a bull's number again and find a certain bull. So you could type in one number and he'll pop up. The other thing that you could do, use here, you just want to hit that reset button to bring that list back. Okay, the other thing that you can do is, let's say you had a list of bulls that you wanted to compare against each other. Now I just wrote down five random bulls here. But if I come back in and copy and paste those in here, now I have a list of bulls. I hit filter, and it's going to give me just those 5 bulls in a comparison. The other kind of way I can take this one step further is now to export this list. I want to make sure all those bulls are selected, and I can export this list into an Excel file. There's kind of 2 options here to choose between. Whether you want to have every statistic available that we have on that bull, or just the columns that you've highlighted or that you've selected to show up in that Excel file. So again, kind of 2 different options, and then it's very simple. You just give that file a name, you can export that file, and it'll automatically download that file, and you can open it up. And and look at any of the statistics on those bulls that you might want to look at. Just give it a second here and see what that looks like. So again, just a comparative list, pulling up those bulls and the what we've selected for them. All right. So back in here, we're going to reset this list back to normal. So now we've kind of done our major breakdowns. We've seen what we want to select over on this side. Now we can break it down even further, really start getting into the fine details. So when we're considering the traits that we want to look at, again, all of these traits are listed across the bottom here, and we can scroll across here and see all the different columns with all the different traits selected. Within here, we can move these columns into different orders. I can change them into any order I want. I can scroll back here and maybe bring PTAT for type back up towards the front. Very customizable, very easy to do. The other thing you can do is click on those and it'll actually rank all the bulls based on whatever column you clicked on. So if I want to sort it based on net merit, right now I'm sorting it from the best to the worst. You can also switch it the other way and rank it from the worst to the best, if that was something you wanted to do. But again, going up here and kind of selecting through our different traits, across the top we have all of our production traits, would be the first tab. The second tab is fitness and fertility traits. Then all of our calving traits, type traits, all the individual wellness breakdowns, and all their reliabilities are listed in there. We have our special interest group here again, somewhat similar to our high interest group over here on the left, but this has a few more options this time as far as some more selections you may want to do. Another one of the unique tools that we have here is our ancestry or bloodline pedigree filtering page. So let's say that I was out and I had used lots of mogul in my herd and I wanted to find bulls that didn't have mogul in their pedigree. I could type mogul in here and I'm going to say exclude him anywhere in the pedigree and hit apply. And what that's going to do is it's going to filter out any bull that's listed in the system here that has mogul in his pedigree is not going to show up on this list. So again, now what I'm left with is all the bulls available that don't have any mogul in their pedigree. On the other side of the coin, if I wanted to find maybe all the sons of mogul, I could include him as the sire and apply that. And then again, all my mogul sons are there. This also works. You can select and add all the other studs into this if you're looking for bulls in different studs as well. So again, really cool tool that we have there. Now the other kind of way to sort is looking at the indexes. And so again, if you go up here to the top left, we had traits was the first one. Now we're going to switch over to our indexes and we can make some selections based on that. So again, the first one is composite indexes. We have net merit, TPI, cheese merit, all of those. Our type indexes are next, the wellness indexes. And then finally, another unique tool that we have is our custom index back here. So this would be if you wanted to create your own index, if you wanted to kind of pick and choose what's best for your cows, what's best for your herd, you can go through here and basically click any of these boxes to say that, these are the things that are important to me. And then after I have them checked, I go to review. And now what I have is all four of those boxes that I checked down here basically are offering me a scale or how do I want to weight these things in the decision that they make about how we rank these bulls. And so I can give these any sort of a ranking I want. You can make them add up to 100 or not. Again, I just you can play with them however you like to. But they're all going to come out as the same weightings. And then I want to save that. And that's going to load up now a custom index ranking right here, CI for custom index. And I'm going to click on that to sort it. So now again, whatever that criteria I set, it is taking all of the 377 bulls that are listed on here right now and ranking them based on that custom index I just created. So with that, I believe we've gone through pretty well everything on the Select Sires bull search. Again, you can just hit reset to get that back to normal. One other thing that I wanted to point out before we leave the Select Sires website here is anything that you select in here is going to save. So if you come in here and set a bunch of settings and say this is the custom index that I want, or this is the range of net merit that I want, whatever it may be, all those settings are going to save so that if you leave the page and come back, your settings are still going to be set the way you had them before. So with that, I will move over to the accelerated page. And again, I'm just going to demonstrate how to get there from the very beginning. The first thing you're going to do is go to xlgen.com. And then on the top right is the bull search. And you can go to the dairy page and select a breed. Now, the accelerated website was recently switched over to run on the same system as the Select Sires website, or the Select Sires bull search. We did this because it's extremely difficult, time-consuming, and expensive to run two completely different systems. So what we wanted to do is try to save some of the same tools that we had on the former accelerated website and then upgrade this and give it a new twist and some new tools that from the Select Sires website as well. The first thing that you're going to notice, obviously, is a completely different layout and a different look. And the reason we did this is because this site is mobile friendly. So if you're using a cell phone to do your bull searches, you're going to want to use the accelerated bull search. The accelerated bull search is set up to be used on a mobile device, and it's going to give you a lot better view of the bulls and a lot better view of what you want to see when you're looking at the site. So again, just getting started here, you can see a much bigger list, much more information all on the screen at the same time. Again, there's a scroll bar here across the bottom. You can scroll left and right. If you want to see more bulls at a time, you can expand that and show more bulls on the screen at a time. And then going across the top, again, the first place that we're going to go to do some of our sorts is we're going to go into settings. And so as we open up settings, again, you can see it's a different format. When you pull it up on a cell phone, it's going to look exactly like this. It's going to fit perfectly onto your screen. So again, here we can select between different breeds. We can select between the different brands, young sires or daughter proven bulls, sex semen or sex 4M. And then again, our special designations are listed down here. Currently, the accelerated website by default starts off with just accelerated genetics or 14H bulls. And so that's what the only thing that shows up in the special designations right now. If I went back and selected to add some of these other Select Sires or Generations, those are going to show up down below as well. So you can see now I have Generations that shows up there. So very easy, click on and off, very simple to navigate through here. And you can click anywhere outside of that box and it'll go away. The next place you're going to do your filters is you're going to go right in here to traits. And again, this is where we're going to do all of our selections. We have our traits here. And again, just drop down buttons and you can go through and select any of these that you might want to change. You can add or remove columns from the list simply by checking these circles on the left. Again, I can close up that one, open up any one I want to see here. So we've got our production, our type traits, fitness traits, calving traits, and again, the wellness traits there. Our indexes, again, are listed down here below. our composite indexes, type indexes, and the wellness indexes there. And then down under the miscellaneous tab is again some of those special interest traits that we might be looking for, pulled, red, if we want to sort by evaluation dates, birth dates, or different strategy groups. All those things are listed down there in that miscellaneous special interest area. One of the other really cool things about, in my mind, this search is that it'll actually show you, rather than just saving your settings, this site will show you what those settings are. So if you came in and said, okay, these are the selection criteria that I had, but you know what, I don't really care about that reliability anymore. I can just simply delete that criteria and my list will automatically update to only show whatever the active filters are that I have on. So again, if I want to remove all those filters, simply uncheck that box and the list will reset automatically. Again, we do have a search option, so it's a little tricky to see the first time you look, but when you click on that search box, it's going to turn gray, and then you're going to have a gray bar show up along the bottom. So just like I showed on the Select Sires website, you can also copy and paste a list of bulls into this website. So again, I just copied that same list that I had, 5 random bulls, pasted those into that search bar and hit enter. And again, it's going to give me that list of all 5 bulls so I can compare them. Now, if I wanted to do some similar tools and export this list or compare this list a little more in detail, again, I want to highlight those bulls. And then I'm going to come down here in the bottom right corner. We've got this red circle with a plus in the middle of it. If you click on that, that's going to give you some more options. So again, I can export this list out to an Excel file. I can download this simply with a PDF sheet that compares these bulls. And the other tool I have in here is a comparison tool. So to properly demonstrate that, we're just going to do a reset here very quickly. That's the 4th tool on this red box, is a reset, and that will completely wipe out any selections you've made previously. The compare tool is something, if I'm going down looking through this list and I find 4 bulls that really stick out to me, or any number of bulls, I just check those boxes as I go down. Now when I hit compare, it's going to get rid of all the other bulls on the list and simply bring me the 4 bulls that I selected, and I can compare those 4 bulls right next to each other. Again, with this list, you can rank them simply by clicking on it. And if you hold it down, it'll open it up and you can actually adjust the settings. Again, I can remove those there. So with that, I think we've pretty well gone through the accelerated genetics bull search as well. I hope this has helped explain how to navigate through Select Sires dairy sire search and accelerated genetics dairy sire search. And we appreciate you tuning in.